Hey there, y'all. This is Hades, and today we're doing a Bleach tier list of the Sternritters from the strongest, who's the strongest, and who's the weakest. Well, we're gonna figure that out today. All right, so kick back, relax, and enjoy this video. Hopefully, you do, and I'm able to entertain y'all. All right, so let's just dive right into this review, shall we? Of who's the strongest Sternritters. All right, so in no particular order. I'm just going by the default. The only one I already added was Yuha Bach, and well, obviously because he's the strongest in his powered up form and his base form. I'd definitely say yeah, he's the strongest Stern Ritter here for sure. All right, I don't think anyone's gonna complain about that. So let's just dive right in. All right, to number Stern Ritter T, Candace Catnip. Okay, she is pretty strong. But the only opponents we saw her fight was Kenpachi and Ichigo, two war powers. So yeah, she performed decently, but again, we didn't really see her really go all out, and she was weakened when she fought Byakuya, which Byakuya is, again came from the Soul Palace. So yeah, I'm gonna say Candace Canip is actually I want to say strong. She's strong for sure. It might go down depending on on others I put up higher, but yeah, as she is now, she's strong. And there with my favorite female Sternritter, Maninas McKellen, the top of strong so far. Well, obviously because she's actually pretty strong. She held her own against Ichigo. She did pretty well. I say the best against Ichigo amongst the female Sternritters, the Bammies. And then when she fought Byakuya, her and Loloto were the only two that are really able to stand a chance against Byakuya. And the only reason she was really taken out is because Pepe, cursed Pepe, shot a beam at her, which put her under a spell, and she fought Loloto. So yeah, I mean it is definitely strong for sure. And saying that, Loloto is right above Meninas. Again, why is that? Well, as I said earlier, right? After Pepe put Meninas under his spell, he went and fought, or sorry, she went and fought Loloto, and Loloto actually managed to put Meninas down, not kill her, but beat her down, and then she went off to go kill Pepe. So yeah, so yeah, not bad I'd say so far. Giselle, he's an interesting one, but this might be controversial, but literally, if you put Giselle literally almost against everyone else here, Giselle's not that great. Like, let's all admit it. The only reason Giselle's good because Giselle has prep time, and he's able to turn strong zombies into into his warriors. So yeah, with no prep time, it's literally like a fight between characters. Yeah. So yeah, Giselle, good power with prep time, but as it stands, not great. Now Basby. Okay, Basby's an interesting one, and yeah, again, the whole burner finger techniques is really good. Not a very unique volt standing for sure, but overall, again, he's pretty dang powerful. He did pretty well against Hoshwald, but of course he lost to Hoshwald, right? Because Hoshwald, the right hand man of Yuha, but Basby, I would say he's above Loloto for sure. Again, very strong. But he's not going to be up to top tier, all right? I think y'all know who's in the top tiers are for sure. All right. Okay. Asnode. Oh man, this is a tough one. I really want to say Asnode's top of the strong tier, but is he really? I'm trying to think right now. Who'd really win between Asnode and Basby? And I'm leaning more towards Asnode would be able to beat Basby. Yes, Basby lasted longer in the war, but again, Asnod went up against Rukia. If Basby got hit, sorry, yeah, no, yeah, if Basby got hit by Rukia's Bankai, do you guys really think Basby would be able to live? If any character would live, it'd probably be him amongst the strong tier for sure. But I don't know, man, because Asnod, his technique's broken. You look at him and you're affected by him. So yeah, but I'm definitely gonna put Asnod for now. If you guys think otherwise, let me know. But let me ask you guys first. All right, if you listen this far, first of all, I appreciate it. But who do you think is the strongest Stern Raider, not including Yuha, strongest and weakest Stern Raider? I'd be curious to hear what you have to say. All right, let's dive in, shall we? Okay, na Underbelly. Man, he's good, I'd say, but he's man. Again, he's pretty decent. He survived against Byakuya, but that's the only fight we see him participate in versus Cadmus, who took on Kenpachi. Granted, Kenpachi was weak. She took on Ichigo, and she got beat, and then she took a hit from Basby. Then she took on Byakuya and lived. Basby, all he really did was fight Byakuya, and he got taken out. And then we later on see him do the most incredible feat in all of Bleach and knock out Aizen. But as it stands, I would put him right behind Candace Catnip. Gremmy, okay, do I need to say the power of imagination? Gremmy is definitely going straight up to top tier. His power is insanely good. Again, the only reason Kenpachi was able to, well, again, Kenpachi could beat him is just at the end, Gremmy just kind of really, psyched himself out, and he defeated himself by imagine. He couldn't imagine a being as strong as Kenpachi, all that power contained within the body. He couldn't imagine that, and he kind of destroyed himself, But again, Grammy is without a doubt freaking extremely strong. All right, okay. Wiesel the Wind. Oh man, the guy, he has no friends. His power is good, but he's not great. But I would say, okay, I know you guys are probably gonna be like, wait, what? But I'm gonna put him in bad. No, God, good enough. It's good enough. His power is good enough, alright? He deflected some of the Royal Guard's attacks, so it's good enough, alright? Give him this, alright? It's good enough, and yes, I'm putting him above Giselle. Alright. Sternritter L, the Love Pepe. Okay, again. Oh man, honestly, in a fair fight, yeah, he's not that great. But I would still put him up right behind Nanana, just because again, he has a good power for sure. If he hits you, it's pretty good. But if he can't hit you, I mean, it's not all that good, And again, he's kind of like Giselle, where he kind of needs minions to really help him out. But his instead of him having to hurt himself to affect you, he could just hold his hand out and just hit you. And then not to mention his little dish that he's riding on. Yeah, he could use that as a weapon to hit you too, to send his love at you. So again, he's got some stuff going for him. But it's not okay. Yeah, I kind of argued myself out of that. He's the top of good enough. All right. Oh, good old Sternritter and Robert Acutron. Okay, I don't know what his drift is. I legit don't know. If I had to guess, probably the Noble. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what you guys want from me. But again, not bad. But he's again, he did pretty dang well against Sunshi. You can't take that away from him. But again, remember, Sunshi was distracted when he took a shot off and hit Sunshi in the eye. So again, good, but not amazing, So I'm gonna probably put him around right. And he did get defeated by. Man, I'll probably put him behind Cadmus, because he did get defeated by Byakuya, and we didn't really see him fight anyone else. And again, Cadmus fought with Kenpachi. Ichigo got hit by Basby, and then fought Byakuya, and then got taken out. So yeah, I would put her right above Robert Acutron. Okay, Chengdu the Iron. Again, actually pretty good, but again, he I say pretty good, but was he really in the end? He seemed like more of a bigger deal than we probably originally thought, but he was only good because he got Toshiro couldn't really really do anything against him until he got his Bankai back, and then when he got his Bankai back, Chengdu really couldn't do nothing at all. And he did get wounded by the Bankai being taken from him. So yeah, Chengdu, I mean, he's good, but compared to these other guys, he's good enough. Now, all right, BG9, the K, and my guess is he's the Knight. All right, why? Because I'm guessing because a Knight, he's a little bit of a Knight look. I know people go over well, the knowledge, because he's a robot. He's got knowledge on a lot of people. Fair, but I like to think the Knight, because he looks like a Knight. So yeah. Anyway, BG9 pretty good, but okay, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I do think BG9 is actually pretty good. It's just the fact that when he got when the Bankai got taken away from him, and he was kind of staggering. And then Soifon launched her missile at him, point blank range. Like that, yeah, for sure. Like that would definitely like screw up like a lot of these characters. But I think I justified it enough that I do believe that he staggered enough and he survived. Remember, he survived that point blank range. Granted, he was damaged, but he survived it, and he was willing to go out and continue the fight. But of course, he was called back and to be executed. So I hope I argued him enough that he's above Chengdu. All right, Masked and Masculine. Okay. All right, guys, hear me out. He's right behind Meninas. All right, again, a very strong, and he got taken out by a soul powerless Renji. Yeah, going a little bit more higher. Oh, do I want to put him above Asnod? I'm gonna leave him there for now. For now, cause I can definitely see him beating Basby. Asnod, I'm not sure. Like he's stronger than the characters below him, but I don't know if he could beat Asnod, So I'm gonna leave him there for now. It could change, but I'm gonna leave him there for now. Again, very very strong. He took out 2 captains. And 2 vice captains are near captain level, and Umachika, who's again I believe also near captain level to an extent. But yeah, very very strong opponents, and the only one that really took him out was Renji, because again Renji came back from Soul Palace, trained, and made quick work of Master Masculine. So yeah, I gotta say yeah, Master Masculine is right there. Okay, and then Quilhei. Okay, Quilhei. Controversial, but I'm standing by it right here. Quilhei is above Asnod. Hear me out. This dude's a monster. This dude is a freaking insane monster. The fact that he used the Halo weapon, I think the best out of any Sternritter we've seen besides the Bambis. And I would say of all of them, I would say Meninas and Liloto used it, the best between the Bambis, but I would say Quilhei used it better than everyone we've seen so far. And him, holy cow, just taking on everyone and taking on an Ichigo. Again, he couldn't really beat Ichigo, but he could stand up to him. All right, and that Ichigo is for what we know for sure is much stronger than the current Byakuya that fought Asnod. And Quilhei was able to keep up with Ichigo. Again, he wasn't sure if he could. No, he knew he couldn't beat him, but he could keep him busy long enough, and that was his mission, right? So I'm gonna put him above Asnod, but I can't see myself later putting Asnod ahead of him, just from later on from other scaling of the characters. All right, Lloyd and Royd. I'm gonna put them next to each other because again they're freaking strong. I'm gonna put them right at the top. Essentially, why? Because no, you're right there. Why? Because again, they literally could match you blow for blow. Now you might be asking, well, why aren't they, top tiers? Well, they do have a limit to an extent, as in the characters in top tier, all they have to do is just really surpass themselves or beat themselves, and they'd be able to beat Lloyd and Royd. And again, these guys are very, very strong, but up to a certain extent when they're going up against someone that's like, yeah, I could easily see, characters in top tier being able to beat like a former version of themselves because just how strong they are. Yeah, I'm gonna put Lloyd and Roy. They're definitely gonna be the top of strong tier. I could see it. I don't know if anyone's gonna dethrone them there. All right, and of course we got Sternritter. Oh, the overkill. This scroll. All right, this scroll again strong, but man, that's all he really has going for him is just strength. And I'm not. He does not do well. Granted, he killed a vice captain that was captain level, but he took his Bankai that killed him with that ability. So that doesn't really speak much on his own power itself. So I'm gonna put him probably right behind Chengdu for now. For now, do I want to? I think I'll do that for now. For now. All right. Okay, here's one. Again, we don't really have much on Sternritter or Jerome. Again, because we saw him fight, and he just immediately, again, he went up against Kenpachi. Admirable, but he still got killed by Kenpachi. He got one-shotted by Kenpachi. So again, I do believe he's strong, but I mean, compared to these other guys, I'm not really too sure about that. I'm gonna put him right behind man, yeah, right behind Good and right behind Pepe, and then Bernice. He's like again, I feel bad for the dude, but we don't have much. Like I can see his ability like being pretty good, but he went up against a very terrible opponent to fight against. So yeah, I'm gonna put Bernice there. Again, I could imagine his power doing really well, but that's just me putting in work for the character. And with my head canon, I think he would be able to do for sure. Because again, what we know is he can ask you questions, and supposedly that would make you second guess yourself. But we don't know really how powerful it is. We don't know if it's like an absolute power, or you could just you overpower it with your own reishi. We don't really know too much about it. And again, he died before he even knew it. Kenpachi went up to him and just tore his throat out. So yeah, Bernie's, you could have been good, but Gege had to show us how strong Kenpachi is, and I like that. And I'm gonna put Shaz Domino and Unknown. Granted, I know what we got from the novel of what he's capable of doing, but again, that's really non-canon. That book, it has a lot of things that can't be canon, like Kira fighting him when Kira should have been being operated at the moment when Shaz Domino went out to go get the Hokyoku and create a Hokyoku. So all that, as far as I'm aware, that's uncanon. So I'm just gonna put him here. We don't know what he does, and that's that. All right, and now we're going to Uryu, and I'm putting Uryu at the. Mm, yes, just because Uryu has a good freaking hacks ability. The antithesis, where he's able to just redirect or any damage he receives onto his opponent. And I can see him doing that to Grammy, and Grammy being very irritated, but able to recover from it. This would be a good fight between Uryu and Grammy. Um, now that I'm thinking more about it, okay. I know they hyped Uryu that he was gonna be like incredibly powerful. Again, a Sternritter, but okay, I can't see Uryu doing really well against Kenpachi. Grammy did pretty dang good against Kenpachi. Controversial maybe, but I'm putting him there. All right, Hoshwald, he's going on top. Yeah, I see him completely, destroying, not destroying, but being able to do good against Grammy and being able to beat Grammy. I can see him standing up to Kenpachi too. I think he would do pretty good against Kenpachi. Now, would he defeat Kenpachi? That's another story. But yeah, I think he would do pretty dang well here. And yeah, Hoshwald is a very strong opponent. Again, the balance. Any damage you do to him, he could directly right at you and turn it into his own favor. So I could easily see him turning all the damage Grammy does to him, just sending it right back at the brain and just completely destroying the jar. So yeah, I could definitely see Hoshwald beating them. All right, here's an interesting one. Sternritter C, the compulsory Parnita Parkingens. All right, I'm putting him right behind Grammy. Why? Because again, yeah, Parnita's strong, but as long as Pernita can't hit you, yeah, it's not that great. And Grammy, I could definitely stay away. You could definitely see him, like I could definitely see him flying and just getting out of there. Granted, we do see Pernita have like wings, but when Pernita falls, like almost off the Soul Palace, Gerard grabs him, so he doesn't fall. So I don't know if Pernita could fly, or he's just too lazy to. But in a fight like this, in a fight quickly, yeah, Grammy doesn't play around. He doesn't play with his food. He tries to kill his opponent just to show how strong he is. So I don't think Parnita would have the correct time to adapt. But with Uryu doesn't really have that much of output to completely annihilate Parnita, and I can see Parnita just, eventually just catching up and being able to overtake Uryu. Sternritter D, the death dealing. Okay, yeah, I don't see him beating Grammy. I can't see that happening. Again, he has to hit you with his Death Ball Deluxe, and I don't see why Grammy couldn't imagine himself getting better, feeling better from it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think he could beat Grammy for sure. And the same with Parnita. That one's a tougher one. Hmm. I would say if he hits Parnita with a Death Ball, Yeah, I don't think Pernita would be able to come back from it, because Pernita would be like, "What the frick is going on with me?" You know what I mean? So I think Askin can beat Pernita. It's gonna be a close fight, but I think he can. Okay, all right. X-axis. I am so sorry. I almost called him Liloto, Lily Barrow. All right, he's insanely strong, especially when he goes into that angel-like form. Holy freak! So I'm putting him right behind Halshwald, just for the sheer fact that Halshwald will be able to just counter his any damage he gives to Halshwald and hit Liloto. And again, yeah, Liloto is like a being made of light, but that's still gonna reflect and hit him when he reaches that form. So yeah, I could definitely see. The only way Liloto has a chance of beating Halshwald is just one-shotting him, like annihilating Halshwald's head. But is he gonna be able to get that? I don't know if he could get Halshwald like that. I could be argued against. I could definitely see someone making an argument, and me eventually going like, yeah, I can see that. But as of now, I'm gonna put Halshwald above um, Lily Barrow. Excuse me, Lily Barrow. Our Bombita Bastardine, Sternritter E the Explode. Okay, she is strong for sure, but I'm gonna put her right behind Asnod, just for the sheer fact she went up against the wrong opponent. She took down a captain with ease, and she was also gonna take. She would have beaten Sanjin, but he used his Bankai where he was literally invincible, and there's nothing she could really do about that. You know what I mean? So yeah, she stood no chance against that. But yeah, but she's incredibly strong. I could definitely see her beating Master Masculine, Basby, the rest of the Bambis. Yeah, the one I see her having trouble with is Asnold, um, Kilhei, and the Lloyds. Yeah, and she ain't beating no one in the top tier. So yeah, I'm comfortable putting her there. Now Gerard Valkyrie, my favorite male Sternritter, he is going all the way to top tier. Why? Because he's the miracle. Any damage that gets deflected to him by Hoshwald, he's just gonna get stronger from that. And if Hoshwald damages Gerard's sword, that damage is directly gonna hit Hoshwald, and who knows, he might get lucky. It might get a kill shot on Hoshwald's head. So literally all the benefits are going to Gerard. There's nothing Hoshwald could do. He could use his balance technique all he wants on Hoshwald. Hoshwald's just gonna continue to get the miracle, get stronger, stronger, stronger from it, and completely destroy Hoshwald. Again, you got let me remind y'all, Gerard got his head annihilated, and he came back stronger than ever. Hoshwald gets his head annihilated, he's dead. Oh, he dead. So yeah, there's nothing the rest of the Sternritters in the bottom could really do. Funny enough, yeah, none of them could really do anything. The only one I could see defeating him is His Majesty Yuha. So yeah, this is my tier list right here. Let me know what you guys think of it. I think it's pretty fair. The only one I feel bad for is Bernice. But again, there's just too much we don't know about him, and we know enough that he has to be. He could be on the list, but be on bad. Weakest is Giselle, because what can Giselle really do against anyone up with no prep time? You know what I mean? And then yeah, Shaz Domino unknown. I think that's fair to leave him there, but everyone else, I think I did a hey, you're not going anywhere. Yeah. So again, I hope this was satisfying. I hope you guys, I think it's fair, but if there's some you disagree with, let me know. I'd be very curious to hear what you have to say. And again, let me know what you think the strongest and weakest Sternritter is. Because again, my strongest is Gerard, and my weakest is Giselle. He definitely deserved that spot because he is freaking creepy. Anyway, that concludes this video. If you listened this far, I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great day and take care. Later.